It's grey all the way for Carterton's clock tower with a little ray of sunshine yellow. 53% of voters backed that colour combination for the town's clock tower. The other grey and white option and a rainbow colour scheme were both rejected. Now, the campaign was fraught with allegations of vote tampering and underhand tactics, and, well, the result is not without controversy either. Now, here to fill us in on all the details is Carterton Mayor Greg Lang. Good evening, Greg. You really know how to push the boat out in Carterton, don't you? Grey.
Yeah. No, it's been an interesting process, really, but grey it is.
Why do you think that colour clinched it, that colour combo? What about it?
Well, as you know, Carterton's had some very colourful mayors in the past, some very colourful and then some not so colourful, and I think the not so colourful side came through this time round.
What, the bland people of Carterton won? Is that what you're saying, Greg?
Well, it's a 1960s tower, and I think the 1960 architecture sort of shone through, yeah.
What did you vote for?
I voted for the colour because our CBD needs lots of investment, and if we can attract, attention to Carterton, all the better.
Well, that's the thing. One of the producers here, Matthew, kindly did a quick Google of clock towers around the country for me, and I got to tell you, it's grey on grey on grey. Are you guys not ready to stand out?
Well, we are just about ready, because we actually decided at the same meeting that we're going to review the painting of the clock tower on a regular basis, so watch out.
So how long will it be grey for then? How often will you repaint?
Well, that's yet to be decided, but I imagine every 3 or 4 years maybe a time for a change.
Can you handle all the controversy there then if you're going to do it every couple of years? Because this was, well, it got a bit gnarly on the campaign trail, didn't it? Why?
Well, yeah, it did get pretty gnarly because people are very passionate about their clock, obviously, and I wish they would get as passionate about other things with water supply and other issues like that.
Well, the thing was that there were allegations of fake returns boxes and Photoshop pictures and all the rest of it. How can we trust this result?
Well, we had a really good discussion this afternoon about the process, and we felt that all those things taken into account didn't really affect the process too much. And we agreed to go with the outcome of the vote, which was then announced to us, and the grey colour came through.
Only 70% of eligible voters turned out. Is that enough to hang Carterton's reputation on?
Yeah, no, 17% was a bit disappointing, but yeah, it was a noisy 17%.
Was it? Hey, I see in the advice to the council, that any option you went with had the potential for reputational risk. What part of Carterton's reputation has been put at risk by painting their tower grey and yellow?
Well, grey and yellow is not too much risk. I don't think there's any risk really, because the exposure that this process and the new colour will give Carterton will be awesome.
Do you not think, well, the process was slightly rigged because there were pictures of this colour combination, were there not, Greg, showing it lit up, but actually there are no lights. The picture was a fake depiction. So are people going to be disappointed that they're not getting what they actually voted for?
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, the clock tower is being earthquake strengthened, and our placemaking advisory group, which is made up of all the groups in town that do active stuff in our CBD, they came up with 3 recommendations, and council decided to put it to the vote to get an indication of what they wanted, and we reviewed that vote and thought that it was sound enough to go with what we did, and that's what we did.
Are you going to try and light the tower though, even though that wasn't part of the deal?
Yeah, the council's going to have a discussion on the lighting, and we'll discuss how we go about that, and maybe in our annual plan we'll put we'll basically go for some funding there, but we'll just see how it goes. The dust is just settling in the town at the moment, and I've just come from a bar across the road, and everyone is very vocal there about the colour really.
And what was the feedback at the pub just before you go? Happy or unhappy?
Well, there's a good mixture there, as there is in any town, but people are passionate about Carterton, and that's what's so good, and that's the strength of our community.
Appreciate you joining us this evening. That's Carterton Mayor Greg Lang. As he said, the tower will be grey with a little touch of yellow, even though he didn't vote for that option. He wanted the Technicolor one.